Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is 30th November 2023, and today is also end of the month. So I'll be generating complete demand and supply zone reports for monthly time frame along with daily time frame. Of course, I'll be generating demand and supply zones. Stocks near demand and supply zones for the rest of the time frames. So before we generate the reports, let us analyze the trades we identified from our yesterday's report. So yesterday we discussed about NIFTY. So today the prices entered into the NIFTY high liquidity zone, high liquidity supply zone, and which has given few successful trades during the intraday. So let us look into those trades. So we have fine-tuned a 75-minute zone. Inside this high liquidity zone, we identified only one 75-minute zone inside this drop-based drop. And also we identified one 15-minute zone, which is the responsible for this entire gap, professional gap. But today demand is such a strong, the complete professional gap is filled, but we got a trade in the 15-minute zone. So let's get into the 15 minutes area. So this is the 15-minute zone we have fine-tuned at the edge of the daily high liquidity supply zone. Edge means at the zone low. So this is our entry. So we got a trade. Let me show you. So here we got the trade. It looks like the zone is violated, right? Yes, actually it is violated, but the price is within the stop loss buffer area only, just 2 points. So around 10 points stop loss buffer is there for the 15-minute zone. So just 2 points went, again it came down. And then down, and finally it reached the 15 minutes target. So this is the 15 minutes target. Even the zone is pierced, but okay, but it reached our target. And this is 71.75 points, the target is. And the profit is 3,587.50 paisa, which is 3.13% return on the investment. Because we cannot expect to use ROIs for the indices. Because the indices are less volatile compared to the stocks. So that's why you will not get huge profits during the intraday. Not only this, there is one more intraday opportunity it has given. Because this is a high liquidity, what institutions will do? They again create a new zone. See here, a new zone they created. We have a 15-minute zone. We have a leg-in candle. This is ERC candle. And we have a base, and then we have a drop. But the structure is not clear. If you go to 5 minutes, you will get better clarity. See here, we have a rally candle, we have a base candle, we have a drop candle. Where it is created inside the daily high liquidity zone, the one which we fine-tuned 15 minutes. So which has given another intraday trade around 145 minutes. 145, 5 minutes candle. And at 2 o'clock 5 minutes candle, it reached the target. Sorry, 2 o'clock 5 minutes candle, it reached the target. And this time it has given 43.55 points. So which is 2,177.50 which is 1.9% return on the investment. So these are the trades. This is especially this particular trade is the pure intraday trade. And after that, in the next attempt, this zone again it is broken because it is already tested. And then prices are about to enter into this 5 minutes high liquidity zone. We already discussed yesterday. This is the zone. If this zone is broken, probably this entire high liquidity zone might break. There is a possibility. I'm saying might break because we didn't see any proper zones. But one thing is there, just above identified one bull trap above the 75 minutes, which we didn't discuss yesterday. See, we have a leg-in candle, base candle, and then we have again a drop candle. So previously the rejection, when prices are just about to reach the rejection, and where this bull trap is available just above the 75 minute zone, just above the 75 minute zone. So there could be a strong order flow might be there inside this. So that's why we should be very careful. The moment 75 minutes zone is broken, we should not conclude. This high liquidity zone probably will easily break. You should not conclude. There is a bull trap. Even if this bull trap is broken, then probably it is easy to, because thereafter, see the structure. The structure it is looking like a pivot, because this candle is not looking like a base candle. It is also looking like a leg candle, leg candle, leg candle. So it formed a pivot. And a pivot cannot be predicted. We don't know this pivot is created because of the institutions or this pivot is created because of the retail investors' order flow. So we won't be having clarity. If institutions wants to keep this high liquidity zone alive, then again they have to create a new 75 minute zone inside this. They have to create probably tomorrow or Monday. Otherwise it won't sustain. Easily it will be broken after this 5 minutes and bull traps. I'm talking about after this 5 minutes and bull traps are broken, I'm talking about those conditions. But we have to see how strong this 5 minutes, because this 5 minutes previously at the time of this zone creation, it was holding the prices. That means there is a heavy order flow here. The same is the case with this bull trap just above the 75 minute zone. Probably the real order flow is there in these two 5 minute zones. But demand market, especially for the last 1 week, demand is also very strong. Even today, demand is also strong. That's why this entire gap is filled. Even this 15 minute zone is broken. And now prices are, at the end of the day, prices entered close to the 5 minutes high liquidity zone, where we have the real order flow. But see, we got a huge rejection from here, just about to reach. That means there is a strong order flow is there. And moreover, it is also end of the market hours. That is also another point you have to observe. At the time, demand may not be stronger. Most of the demand might have been consumed. But tomorrow is going to be critical, because how strong tomorrow's demand is going to be. And tomorrow's demand versus the pending orders in these 5 minutes. There is going to be, if new demand might be entering tomorrow, is the existing pending orders in this 5 minutes high liquidity zone is going to hold the entire demand, tomorrow's demand? We don't know. If tomorrow new supply is created by the institutions, that possibility is also there. Then we can expect a huge fall in the market. That way, a fresh zones will be created tomorrow. That possibility is also there. We have to wait and see. But what is our rules? We trade as per our high liquidity zones because at present prices are there. If anybody would like to take, when once price enter into this 5 minutes, you can take a trade, but the risk is very minimal. In case if the demand is strong, you lose a very small amount of money. If you fear about that, we cannot trade, right? We cannot trade any zone. We have to respect our rules. If it is stopped out, fine. Very small amount we lose. If we get a good entry tomorrow, probably we get a very good profit. That possibility is also there. So already this zone has given around 2 or 3 entries earlier. Need not hesitate because this zone is a 5 minutes high liquidity zone is there inside daily high liquidity zone. So which is very powerful. So this is about the trades and analysis about what could happen tomorrow or Monday. So this is about Nifty. When we look into the high liquidity zone generated in our yesterday's report, one is ABB. Let's look into the ABB chart. This is a daily high liquidity zone. So ABB is having a 5 minutes high liquidity zone here. There is a 5 minutes high liquidity zone. Narrowly missed yesterday, even today. We have already fine-tuned this with 75 minutes zone. Previously, we got one entry inside this zone. Here, we got an entry. And later again, this is the one we got the recent entry. See, those who hold it, definitely they got a very good profit. But intraday profits also given at that time. And now, today, even yesterday and today, narrowly missed. See the rejections from this 5 minute zone. That means a new demand is added in this zone. Just before entering into the 5 minutes, this is yesterday's candle, this is today's candle. If anybody would have taken at the edge of this zone, keeping this 5 minutes as a reference, as a stop loss, because this is a 5 minute, generally what we do, then before this 5 minutes, we may add some buffer and we can take the entry. Most of the times we do, but anyway, this is not I'm not considering this trade as a valid trade because we are strictly following. We're not taking any additional risk. But some people do. That is what I'm trying to tell you. You may ask a question, this is a fresh zone. How it is a high liquidity zone? Because our software identified. Let me show you the power of our software. Apart from top-down strategy, we have one more top-down analysis report. This is one. In this we have demand and supply zone SDZ chain, demand and supply zone chain. Previously also I generated demand and supply zone chain for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Even recently also I generated when one of our members requested for this chain. So I have published the result. Whenever you guys are requesting, I am publishing. Anything you want or any demand and supply zone specific to any stock if you want, put them in the comment section. I'm in a position to help you. Either I will show you in the recorded video or I will post in our Telegram group. So make use of this advantage. I am ready to provide you. But don't ask me for all the stocks. It is very difficult for generating because this is a stock specific demand and supply zone. Select few important stocks, anything if you want, maximum 1 or 2 stocks from one person. You can request and I can generate, I can post in our Telegram group or I can generate in one of the videos. So look into the ABB. So I am generating the ABB for 5 minutes. So time frame is 5 minutes. It is a time-taking process. It takes some time. Yeah. So this is the one. What is the price here? Around 4229, 4230. So this is the one. See, this is a high liquidity zone. It is a fresh zone because test count is 0 and rejection count is 0. If both are 0, it is a fresh zone. And also it is having zone achievement. And also it is having a leg out with follow through, which describes the strength of the zone based on the leg out, based on the leg out. Because for finding strength of the zone, several parameters we use. One is based on the leg out strength. And having two base candles. So that is what, according to these values, I have drawn this 5-minute zone in the chart. Even yesterday also, just a few points, maybe around 2 rupees difference. See, this is a 4,000 plus the cost of the stock. Generally, people add. Previously also I told you, generally 0.1%, generally we add buffer before taking the entry. Because what happens most of the times, if the demand is very strong, just before this zone, few points before the zone, prices will turn back. That is what happened. This is yesterday before closing, last candle before closing the trading session. And this is today's during the opening session. Both missed. See how much profit it has given. So those who followed the buffers, they got an opportunity yesterday and today. But one day itself, see, it is given 4.1% return. This is not ROI. This is the percentage increase. If it is ROI, probably into 4 times. Maybe 16% return you would have got today for one future slot. And for options, probably it will be as per your option strategy. Because I am not getting into options. That is the area is not comfort to me. See, some of you people, when I'm talking about the profit, probably you're not understanding how the profits I've been explaining to you. Always I'm explaining ROI based on one future slot. Even the Excel sheet I shared during last month, probably tomorrow also again I will be sharing Excel sheet in our Telegram group, which is having all the trades, high liquidity zone trades during that month. Month-wise I am sharing. Already I shared one Excel sheet during the last month. And tomorrow again after the trading hour, because today also we are generating a report. So we have to assess today, even today's report as well. So this is the way I identified this high liquidity zone with the help of our software. Please remember, this is with the help of the software. So those who would have kept a small buffer here, they would have got an entry and which would have given you a huge profit on ABB. Anyway, I'm not calculating because during our classroom, during our analysis session, I am calculating only once prices entered into the zone. But what actually I do in my trading or what actually others people will do in their trading, I'm not considering those factors. The analysis is purely based on the entry is entered into the zone or not. Stop loss, always I consider by adding some buffer, stop loss buffer concepts. Those who completed the course, demand and supply zone, you know about stop loss buffers. Those who are learning, by end of this second phase of the training program, you will be learning what is the stop loss buffers. So I always consider stop loss buffers for calculating the stop loss. So please remember those points. So this is about ABB, and the next one is Apollo Tires. This is the 75-minute zone. So today prices entered into this fresh 75 minutes. See the rejection, which has given Apollo Tires has given 5,970 rupees profit, which is 4.17% return on the investment. So this fresh 70-minute zone worked very well. See the zone, we have a drop, base, drop. Even at the daily time frame, we can see a zone, but this drop candle is not convincing. But we always do fine tune at 75 minutes. So here we have this is a rally candle with hidden body. So ERC candle. Then we have 4 base candles and then drop candle. That way we got a 15 minutes time frame, it reached the target. Look into the 15 minutes. This is the 15 minutes target, drop base rally and reached. But it is not a valid trade. Okay, high liquidity zone point of view, it has done its job. It has given, it pushed the price up to its 15 minutes zone during the intraday. But why it is not a valid trade? Because of risk management. Look into the risk. Even 15 minutes or even 5 minutes also, see the candle because of this leg out. So always the leg out should be considered. A drop based drop or rally based drop, anything in both the scenarios, the high of the leg out or high of the base candles are mandatory. But depending on drop based drop or rally based drop, the leg in should be considered or not will be changed. But leg out is there in all the scenarios, in all the patterns. So the high of the leg out is very high here. So the risk you cannot manage. This is 15 minutes entry or even 5 minutes entry. The risk is 1:1. It is a 1:1 trade. See, whatever the high of this supply zone, your reward is also exactly the same. A little over 1:1, maybe 1:1, 1.1. So we can neglect that small difference. So it is a 1:1 trade. We don't take 1:1. What would have happened if the market is turned against our analysis and it hit the stop loss? Then we will get the same loss. 5,950 is the profit it has given. If the trade is against to us, same 5,950. Generally, we don't exceed our stop loss more than 2% level. But this is 4.17 ROI. Maybe the trade, maybe according to the high liquidity zones point of view, it did its job. But according to the risk management point of view, we cannot take the trade. Looks like a successful trade, but it is not a valid trade. So that's why I'm not considering this as a valid trade, even though it has given profit during the intraday. So that means Apollo Tire also we did not get the entry. Jindal Steel prices did not reach. I told you monitor Jindal Steel and keep this stock in our watch list because this is moving between high liquidity demand zone and high liquidity supply zone. This is a daily high liquidity demand zone and this is already an existing high liquidity supply zone. Yesterday I gave a good explanation about this. In case if you did not listen yesterday's video, please listen this explanation. Because how we identified a high liquidity 75, currently prices are moving within high liquidity 75 minute zone. I don't want to repeat that explanation again. Please go through the yesterday's video in case if you did not listen about this trade. And today we got one successful trade, that is Shenzhen International. Shenzhen International. This is a 75 minutes demand zone trade. 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone. So we have a rally, we have two base candles, we have again a rally candle, RBR form, and previously it has given several tests. Inside this 75 minutes, we identified a fresh 15-minute zone, and today price has reached here and entered into this 15 minutes target. This 15 minutes is also a high liquidity again supply zone. This is a high liquidity supply zone. See, generally, what happens? Prices always attract. These high liquidity zones always attract the prices. This is a 15 minutes high liquidity zone. This is the target. This is our target today. So we have a rally, two base candles, and a drop. After that, prices moved several times, and even today also. And when we got the entry today, we have a drop base rally, a fresh 15-minute zone. Today at 10:30, 15 minutes candle, it reached, and then at 12 o'clock 15 minutes candle, it reached the target, and which has given 14,350 rupees profit, and which is a 10.658% return on the investment. Excellent trade from our yesterday's high liquidity zones list. So this is about the analysis about our yesterday's trade. Now I will generate demand and supply zones. First I will generate for monthly time frame because today is end of the month. So I will give you complete list. Stocks near the zones, inside the demand and supply zones, tested zones, newly created zones, and also complete list of all the zones for demand and supply zones for monthly time frame for the reference purpose. Same thing again after that I will generate for daily time frame. Thereafter I will generate stocks near demand and supply zones for all the time frames. If you have any other specific requirements, please put them in the comment section. If my time permits, I will put them in the Telegram channel. Okay, let us generate demand and supply zones for monthly time frame. Today is the end of the month, so entry time frame monthly. Let us find the stocks which are near to the monthly demand zone. So only one stock is there near monthly demand zone. So let's go back. Entry time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks which are near to the monthly supply zone. So no stocks are near monthly supply zone today. Let's go back. So entry time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks which are closed inside the monthly demand zone. So these 10 stocks are closed inside the monthly demand zone. So let's go back. Entry time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks where price closed inside monthly supply zone. This is the filtered list. Let me scroll down. Let me scroll down again. So total 40 stocks are filtered where price closed inside monthly supply zone. Let's go back. For entry time frame monthly, let us find the tested demand zones during this month. The tested monthly demand zones. Only indices Nifty metal is tested during this month. So let's go back. Entry time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks tested the monthly supply zone during this month. So 7 monthly zones are tested during this month. Now let's find newly created demand and supply zones during this month. Let's go back. Entry time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks having newly created monthly demand zones. So this is the filtered list. So total 39 monthly demand zones are created during this month for all these stocks. Let's go back. Entry time frame monthly. Let us find the stocks having newly created monthly supply zones. So no supply zones are created during this month. Now let me generate demand and supply zones for all the monthly time frame, for all the stocks in the monthly time frame. So entry time frame monthly without any filters, I am generating the complete list. And this is for your reference purpose. I will keep on scrolling this list. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video and then you can study the parameters. So this is the complete list for all the stocks having demand and supply zones. So and this is the end of the report for monthly time frame. Now let me generate demand and supply zones and all the reports for the daily time frame. Entry time frame is daily. Let me find the stocks which are near to the daily demand zone. So these 3 stocks are near the daily demand zone, but none of these stocks are having high liquidity demand zones. So let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let me find the stocks which are near to the daily supply zone. Five stocks are filtered. This is the first one. Conquer is a high liquidity supply zone. HDFC Life is high liquidity supply zone. We have 2 high liquidity supply zones. So let's go back. For entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks where price closed inside daily demand zone. The total 11 stocks are filtered where price closed inside daily demand zone. So let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us filter the stocks where price closed inside daily supply zone. So this is the filtered list. So good number of stocks are there inside the supply zone. Oh. Let me scroll down. Even the indices, Nifty 50, Nifty Bank, Nifty Consumer Durables, Nifty IT, Nifty Private Bank. All these are all inside the daily supply zones. But Nifty Bank is already pierced. Even Nifty IT is also pierced. So let me scroll down. So total 57 stocks are closed inside daily supply zone. What will happen to these 57 stocks? If the supply is very strong, they will push the market down. If the demand is strong tomorrow or Monday, probably most of the supply zones will be broken or they will be pierced. Already some of these supply zones are pierced. If they are pierced, means easily prices will go further up. So we'll see tomorrow. Already we discussed NIFTY 50. Let us see what will happen tomorrow. So let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the tested daily demand zones. So 10 demand zones, daily demand zones are tested today. So let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks tested the daily supply zones. So these supply zones are tested today. So total 24 supply zones are tested. Let's go back. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks having newly created demand zones, daily demand zones. So these 28 stocks are having newly created daily demand zones. So let's go back. For entry time frame daily, let us find the stocks having newly created daily supply zones. Only 2 stocks are having newly created daily supply zones. Now let us generate demand and supply zones for all the stocks. Entry time frame is daily. Without any filters, I am generating the complete list for the reference purpose. So this list is for your reference. I will keep on scrolling this list. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you pause the video and then you can study the parameters. First 17 in this list are indices and the remaining are the equity stocks listed in future segment. So total 201 stocks. So this is the complete list and this is the end of the report for daily time frame. Now let us generate demand and supply zones for the stocks near demand zone and supply zone. For all the time frames, one by one we will generate. Let us start with yearly. For yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near yearly demand zone. No stocks are there. And for yearly time frame, let us look into the stocks near yearly supply zones. No stocks are there. Now we will generate for half yearly time frame. For half yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half yearly demand zone. So only one stock is filtered, which is near to the half yearly demand zone. So let's go back. For half yearly time frame, let us find the stocks which are near to the half yearly supply zone. So one stock is filtered where price is near to the half yearly supply zone. Next, quarterly time frame. Entry time frame quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. So two stocks are near to the quarterly demand zone and one of the stocks is pierced quarterly demand zone. So let's go back. For quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks which are near to the quarterly supply zone. So only one stock is filtered near to quarterly supply zone. And monthly we already generated in the monthly report, detailed report. Please refer there. And a weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near to the weekly demand zone. So 5 stocks are filtered near to the weekly demand zone. So let's go back. Weekly time frame, let us find the stocks which are near to the weekly supply zone. So 7 stocks are filtered where price is near to the weekly supply zone. So let's go back. And next one is daily. We already generated the detailed daily report. There you can refer. Next we will start with 125 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near to the 125 minutes demand zone. So all these 8 stocks are filtered near to the 125 minutes demand zone. So let's go back. For 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks which are near to the 125 minutes supply zone. So these 11 stocks are filtered which are near to the 125 minutes supply zone. So let's go back. Now we will generate for 75 minutes time frame, entry time frame 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near to the 75 minutes demand zone. So 8 stocks are filtered. Any high liquidity 75 minutes demand zones in this list? No, we haven't identified any high liquidity 75 minutes demand zone from this list. So let's go back. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks which are near to the 75 minute supply zone. So total 13 stocks are filtered. We have few high liquidity supply zones. One is Bajaj Finance, already tested 4 times, but not pierced. We have Canara Bank, not tested, but having 2 rejections from this zone after the zone creation. So definitely at lower time frames, some of the lower time frame zones are tested. So you should look for a fresh zone at lower time frame. Dr. Reddy's already tested once and 2 rejections. ICICI Prudential Life Insurance already tested 2 times. Earlier we got entries in this stock. National Aluminium already tested 5 times. So should be very careful with this. So many times. You should always look for a fresh zone. If it is a little deep inside, maybe much better. You may get better reward. And the Sriram Cement is already tested 2 times. And Sriram Cement is also moving between high liquidity supply zone and high liquidity demand zone at 75 minutes time frame. Not daily, but at 75 minutes time frame. Remember, 75 minutes time frame zones lifetime is lesser compared to the daily zones. That point you have to remember. Okay, this is about 75 minutes time frame. Now let's go back and generate for 25 minutes time frame. Let us find the entry time frame 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near to the 25 minutes demand zone. So total 5 stocks are filtered. So let's go back. Entry time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks which are near to the 25-minute supply zone. So total 12 stocks are filtered near to the 25-minute supply zone. So let's go back. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near to the 15 minutes demand zone. So this is the filtered list for 15 minutes demand zone. Always remember, you can find your time frame here. So let's go back. Entry time frame is 15. Let us find the stocks near to the 15-minute supply zone. So let's go back. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks which are near to the 5 minutes demand zone. So let's go back. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Let us generate the stocks which are near to the 5-minute supply zone. So this is the end of the report. I hope this information is useful to you. Let us all meet again in our next video tomorrow. Thank you.